The Four Magazine, Detroit, baby, we out here. You see what's going on, we activated, we ain't playing no games.
Without further ado, welcome to another episode of Interviews with the Foreign Magazine. And today we got the lovely artist, trailblazer in her own right.
Thank you.
You know, not only do you do traditional rap as we was talking about before we got on camera, but you got a nice blend and, flexibility where you could do a little bit of everything, man. We got Mahzi in the building. What's going on, sis?
What up, though? What's the deal?
How you feeling?
I'm happy. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, back in the city.
I know, right? I'm loving it. Like I was saying already, I've been everywhere, making sure I see people, see these new spots. I went to Checkmate, got my music played in there. Parlay, like I'm just, moving around, trying to stay busy. I was supposed to be on 313 Day, but that had got, canceled. Yeah. So I just had to make sure I stay productive and make sure I did something while I was here.
No doubt. Is that why you came down for the 313 Day weekend?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you got that news that you wasn't able to, how was you a little upset about it?
I wasn't upset. I was more like, my feelings was hurt a little bit. But things happen, you know what I'm saying? And that just made me want to get busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the show will still go on however it's going to go. But I came here for that. People flew from Vegas here. My homegirl came. So it was a lot added with that, more than just the show canceled. So I still had to host her and make sure she had fun. And she did. So it was good.
That's good. Looking at, the new clubs, businesses, all of those different things. Because if I may ask, how long have you been out in Vegas? Because you out in Vegas now. Yeah. How long have you been out? And when you came back, just seeing all of the new things, like what was like some of the spots and things? I know you mentioned Checkmate, but just overall, like what was some of the things that you saw that you like, I'm rocking with the new Detroit right now?
So I was always rocking with it, period. Before I left, like I used to literally just hit corners and listen to music or listen to my own music. So I see a lot of places that were either abandoned or dark that's not like that no more. On top of like, Gucci being downtown and all that. But I wasn't really fazed by that. It was more so the clubs, the atmospheres. Like people have this stigma that you can't congregate as black people and turn up peacefully. And I've been seeing it, and I've been in the mix, of it. So I love it. I like everything about the new Detroit. I mean, they could spread it, some of that downtown action over on 7 Mile, in the neighborhoods. They could spread it, the city council, the, elected officials, but I like it.
That's dope. That's dope. So to kind of get a little bit into your past, your musical journey, leading up to, where you at right now. A lot of people may not know that you actually come from like rich musical upbringing, if you can, just to name the group AWOL, right? If you can, talk a little bit about your early inspirations with music, the role that your father played, and, I wouldn't necessarily say grooming you, but maybe just inspiring you to even take the music route.
I'm not gonna lie, like, my dad's relationship with music is very rocky. Like, people that I know, like Juan, Trick, like older, like the OGs, like Bodie James, they know my dad's group, you know what I'm saying? And they have like good things to say about my dad's group. But one of his members got shot, and then they had stopped doing music for a while. And then he came back. So he kind of got like a love-hate relationship with music. So I really didn't get inspired from him. I saw a lot of pain with him in music. My sister, she sings really well. She went to DSA. She used to sing for like her church choirs, and every holiday my grandma would make her sing. And she got tired of singing by herself, so she like kind of taught me how. And that's how that started. We had a little group. And then I moved to Vegas. I smoked my first blunt with the homie Dizzy Wright, and I just started rapping. My voice changed, you know what I'm saying, from hitting so many blunts and shit like that. It's crazy, yeah. And then I just started rapping, but I don't know. Inspiration wise, like Janae, like people that really don't inspire rap kind of inspire my rap. Because when I first came out, I was doing auto tune. I was real like wavy,
Yeah.
melodic type rap. So Janae Young Thug type shit.
Yeah, so
You know.
that's okay. I see what you're saying. So your sound inspiration wasn't necessarily rooted in like the traditional bars and rap, but it was kind of like more the, like you say, wavy, melodic type vibes.
I mean, yeah, once I decided to become Mahzi, that's what it was. But I've been so many different rap names. Like, I started out as a battle rapper. So I come from bars, you know what I'm saying? But that was out in Vegas when I was doing that. But it just depends on the era. Like my music, my relationship with music literally depends on how I'm feeling, what I'm going through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what type of artist I'm gonna be at that time. You know, now I'm back in my rap shit because I was singing so much they don't want to consider me a rapper no more. You know, so I had to remind people that I come from bars. Like I really do this.
Real talk.
So
Y'all better stop playing.
you know, don't play with me because now I'm back in that rap bag.
Straight up,
Okay.
straight up. Where you from? Let's go back to that. Where you from? Let the people know a little bit about your upbringing. Maybe some of your early, things that you liked coming up. And then maybe like a little bit of your hardships that kind of made you the person that you are today.
Well, I'm from 7 in Lasher, Graydale. That's where I grew up at. I grew up with an auntie at that point. I grew up with a lot of aunties. My dad was chasing his rap career, you know what I'm saying? So the family stepped in. And my grandma too, she raised me too. But I would just say hardships for me like was being that person that wanted, you know, parents, but they was doing whatever they was doing. Like my mom, she was on drugs, and my dad, he was a rapper. So just honestly really learning how to maneuver like with myself, not having my siblings around. Like I had them because she had them, you know, my dad had them, but we were all separated. So a lot of things people would learn from cousins or something, like I was really learning on my own. And in Detroit on top of that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't really say it was a hardship. I feel like now that I'm grown, I say everything was like character building. I literally posted this the other day. Like I've been character building since a kid. I go through shit and it really made me better. Like I don't sit too long on, you know, sadness. I figure out a solution and I get to it.
Yeah, would you say that you was raised more by your dad than your mom? I mean, as you say, you know, she had her struggles and, you know, he was doing that. Like, were you more with him than her?
I wasn't raised by my mom at all. And I was raised by a lot of my dad's family members. We could put it like that.
Yeah.
I lived with my dad for a little bit out in Vegas. This is after he stopped rapping. He met a lady who I call my mom. You know, she like my stepmom. But and we was doing the family thing for a minute. And then, yeah, I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah. And I don't want to dig too deep, but I really appreciate, you know, the honesty of not just artists, but anybody that sit here. Technically, this segment that we introduce on the Foreign Magazine is called Interviews, INNER, with the Foreign Magazine. And it's designed to not only just highlight, you know, what the artist is doing, it's to give the interview or the inner perspective of what they doing, but also the trials and the tribulations, because it's somebody that's inspired by you.
Yeah.
It's somebody that's looking at you, or maybe somebody that's just scrolling through YouTube and, you know, run across your story. So you being, you know, vulnerable and open to talk a little bit about these things can help somebody else. So with you not having your mom like that, right? How often, you know, would you see her? Like, did y'all have any type of relationship? And also, like, what type of effect did not having her as much as you wanted to had on you?
So when I lived on Graydale, my Aunt India, that's who I was living with at the time. I'm not gonna say my mom had a good relationship with her, but my Aunt India was such a Christian woman, like really God-fearing, that if your mom wants to try, I'm gonna let her try. So it would be times where my mom would come over and then be like, you know, I'm gonna take you with me, like we about to go. I go put my shoes on. I look up, she gone. You know what I'm saying? I remember a lot of just like crying, screaming, like I want my mama, I want my mama. Times when she said she'd come and she didn't come. Relationship, we didn't really have one. My dad's side of the family completely raised me.
Man, shout out to Pops, man,
Yeah.
and you know, and his side of the family. But definitely him for, you know, being the exception. Obviously, he was working on his career, so y'all probably wasn't able to as much as you wanted to, but just still being a man that stepped up, you know what I mean, in the way that he did.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pops. Moving a little bit past that. So boom, the inspiration is there. What was some of like the career paths that you chose or that you tried to, you know, do before you start taking the music serious? And like, do you consider yourself like a full-time artist? Like, you know, like how does that work for you?
I mean, I tried to pursue like a real career. I went to college for 2 years.
Okay.
I'm a college dropout, unfortunately.
Hey, at least you win. Some people ain't win. You know
Okay,
what
I
mean?
started. I did a little bit.
That's right.
I worked at Best Buy before. I worked at Target. I worked at McDonald's. I worked what's that place called? I worked in a grocery store. I used to be a stripper. I worked at Gold Diggers, Starving Marvin's East, 007 back in them days.
How was that? Like, you know what I mean? Like just the lifestyle. I ain't trying to get in your business, you feel me? But just the lifestyle. Like I got people that's close to me that also, you know what I mean? You know, that's also dancers, you know what I mean, in the entertainment world. And you know, just talk about like what made you get into that and what was your first day like?
Well, what made me get into it, I hope they don't get mad, because I'm sure that's not why they were doing it. But back in the day, we had Barbie, Mazzani, and M. Sosa. And they just, to me, just made it look so glamorous. Like, they were so beautiful, all the money falling in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Just that atmosphere. Like, I don't know why. I just wanted to do it because of them.
How old was you?
When I started,
Yeah.
I was 17.
Okay.
They didn't know, though.
Right.
Like the club owners, they didn't know. And the club is closed now, so I can say it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, my first day was great. I can say as a new dancer, and this might still be, you know, valid. Like, when you new somewhere, they love you. You know, I was very skinny, though. I didn't know how to dance. I was shy. But I got a lot of money.
How did, like, and that's the thing too though, like even what you saying, like I ain't know how to dance, like is that a thing though, like where people actually do come in and they don't know what the hell they doing, but they get better?
Oh yeah,
and then they end up taking over the club, then they're just being the one.
Yeah,
you know,
you definitely get better. And I've always looked at everything like the first day of school, because I moved around a lot back and forth between here and Vegas. I always was in a new school. So in order to not always like be so nervous, I just be like, okay, you know, first day gonna be a little weird. Second day, it's just like the first day of school. And that's how I started looking at dancing, you know. So I'm like, a weekend, girl, you're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead, get your couple hours in, leave. But the first day was good. Like, I wasn't physically going around asking for dances. I was too shy. But when they called my name on stage, I was up there rolling around.
they turned up, just doing whatever it is.
Doing whatever.
You felt like you knew how to do.
Okay,
yeah.
but I mean, you know, they have rotation. So I'm watching the girls before me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that when I get up there. Okay, I'm going to try that, you know. A couple things, you know, I tried. So they have spin and pose. So I ended up getting some boots so I could stick because I couldn't climb. Did this one trick and was spinning forever. Like, couldn't get the pole to stop. It was the craziest shit ever. They thought I was up there doing a motherfucking trick. I'm up there dizzy as hell. But the money come, I'm like, fuck it, girl, just hold on. I'm holding on to that motherfucking pole. It was so fucking funny. But
you got off that pole about to fall dizzy as hell.
Literally, I couldn't even walk down. Like, I had to just like scoop myself off the stage because I had no balance. My whole everything was off. I was spinning for like 3 minutes straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
That's crazy. So like, even with the best, like, and it's not to, of course, like, we just having a conversation, we just kicking it, like, what separates, like, the average dancer from the top tier dancer? Like, to my understanding, you got your pole dancers, then you got dancers that just, know how to just, dance regularly on the floor, whatever the case may be. Like, what are the nuances to the dancing industry?
Okay, so as a female, you would think it's like, you gotta have the best body. And then some of them would think I need to learn some pole tricks. Honestly, as a woman learning men, it's whatever they prefer. You know what I'm saying? As long as you come in there as somebody's preference, you're good. But when I first started, I thought it was dance outfits. I thought it was certain dance moves. I thought it was this and that. But the way I made my money, it couldn't have been. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody. I was investing in my outfits and shoes and stuff like that, but other girls were still, you know what I'm saying, better dancers than me in that era when All Stars and all these other, top strip clubs were open. You know what I'm saying? We had the baddest bitches for real. So, and that's just how I felt. And I was in there making money with them. So I was like, shit, I ain't got no ass. It must be something.
And it was the preference thing.
It was a
you
preference.
Being you.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to everybody. Like, we always hear that, like, just be yourself. And that's universal in any field
Anywhere,
that you get in. Just be yourself. Master being who you are, and the rest follow.
Yeah.
What's like some of the like darkest moments that you've like experienced in that? Dancers get hit on, dancers get stalked over, robbed, all type of crazy situations, you know what I mean? Have you ever experienced like just some ultra weird activity or been in any type of dangerous, situation?
I won't say the club or his name because he probably not even a strip club manager no more, but people from that era will know who it is. So it was New Year's. I did a New Year's party at one of the clubs, and my people were supposed to come pick me and my homegirl back up because me and my homegirl stayed in the hood, 7 and Lasher. She stayed over there on Bentler. So they was going to pick us up, take us back. New Year's, I guess, people get drunk, whatever, however, they lose track of time. When it's time to go, they not there, they not answering. So we need a ride at this point. So the manager of the club, like, I'll take y'all home. So we riding, everything's smooth, going up 8 Mile from the east to the west. And he looked through the rearview mirror, because I'm in the back. I think we was both in the back. I don't know if she was in the front or not, but I know I was in the back. He looked through the rearview mirror, and I see him look at me, and he just like, basically, I'm not taking y'all where y'all want to go until she give me some sex. And I was in the back, like, so scared. And my homegirl, Molly, shout out to Molly, she like, no, like, don't make her do it. She like, I'll do it. She like, leave her alone. She like, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she not like that. Like, just let me do it and just let us out the car. And I'm in the back crying, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm mad. My people ain't come get us. This is my baby daddy who was supposed to come get us. So I'm pissed, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you got me in this crazy ass situation because you ain't come get us. So he ended up, I don't know, feeling bad. He ain't never seen my homegirl Molly like stand on 10 like that. Like she was a waitress. So she was, club bouncing, like they knew her. He knew her however he knew her. And he just never seen her like get out of body like that. Like, fucking nigga, take it from me then. You know what I'm saying? So that was the weirdest thing ever.
Did she have to do it?
No. Okay. I guess he felt bad because I was in the backseat just acting the motherfucking fool, just having a breakdown. Like, oh my God, I'm about to get...
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like, when that happened, did that make you consider, like, I gotta stop this? Or how long afterwards did you do it? And then let's talk a little bit about your exit from it, from that world,
Well, so when I first got into it, because I was fascinated by it, I had met a guy, and we were together. We was together for a little minute, and then we got into a car accident downtown. Somebody ran a red light, hit us. He was on life support 6 days, and then he died. So when he died, during my stripper time, I would like leave work and like have him hold my money. Like he was selling coke. Like he's gone now, so I can say it. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his own thing and had his own money. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted my money put up. You know what I'm saying? So it was his birthday weekend in September, and he like, this around the time a lot of the clubs was getting raided because girls was in there dancing underage. He like, I just want you to have your dancer license. You know what I'm saying, for my birthday. So we downtown going through the motions of that, going to the post office, all that. We get hit. And like I said, he was on life support 6 days and he died. And the day of his funeral, I was just like, fuck. Like, my money was mixed up with his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really gone now. So, like, I got to get back to it. I was in the club with a black eye and bruises from the, you feel me, from the car accident. But I'm like, shit, I got to get some money.
Yeah.
And after the accident, the way I was getting rained on, I would have thought it was, you feel me, like him from heaven or something. Like, I was making so much fucking money. And I stopped a little bit after I got the lawsuit money from that car accident. Because, I mean, I didn't want to dance no more, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was hella depressed. I didn't want to spin it, like celebrate a little bit. I turned into like a big tipper. Like I stopped stripping and I started tipping. I was going to every club just acting a fool on that type of time. And then I started doing music.
What was that? But what do you feel like that was though that made you a tip? Like, did you just want to bless people because you feel like, you know, maybe you was blessed to, you know what I mean, I guess get the money?
I mean, I definitely wanted to bless people. I definitely was going in there, you feel me, stunting on some bitches that made it hard for me when I was dancing. But for the most part, I was really showing love because a lot of my bitches was dancing. Like, all my bitches was strippers. Like,
Hey, that's a crazy get off, though. That's a crazy flex. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm about to pop back out. Yeah, you feel me? Y'all made it hard for me, so now I'm about to.
Yeah, I purposely like. It'll be rotations with like 2 bitches on the stage. Don't be on the stage with one of my bitches and you done piss me off because I'm dead at the end making sure it's only, you feel me, like your stage, your side looks so weak. I'm getting dances from like, I used to, man, any of my bitches are vouch. Like I used to be out tipping niggas to be in the club, slow night, fast night, I don't give a fuck what night. Just blowing my lawsuit money.
I wanted to ask you that too, right? First off, I want to ask roughly how much do you think, you know, you had put up with him before he passed? Like, if you was to give a number.
It wasn't much. It was probably like 5,000.
But still, at that time,
I mean, yeah, at that time,
saved up. A lot of people don't have, like, if you ask a lot of people right now, truthfully, you got people in different positions, but the average person ain't got 5,000 saved up.
Yeah,
and that's just real.
Yeah,
you know, so
especially then, like,
right,
yeah,
right, and so that happens, and you get a lawsuit. Are you able to say what did you end up getting from that lawsuit?
A lot of studio time.
Okay. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that's how Mahzi started because I go to the club, I get hella drunk, I buy bottles, I spend the money, I'm happy that my bitch is happy, you feel me? But at the end of the night, I'm back depressed. So once I start getting in the studio, I start feeling better. So that's how it started for me.
It became therapy for you to some degree.
Oh, all the way, yeah. Yeah.
When you first started recording, were you just experimenting? Did you understand structure with music, like maybe from your pops, or was this just all new for you, and just as you continue to go, you just kind of, you know, perfected your style?
I would say everything was new because I started in a closet. Like I had my own little Scarlett, my own microphone, and my sound was horrible. But I was getting it out and I understood it. So I thought it sounded good. But then once I finally got in Mix 1, which became like my home studio, and the first engineer that they put me with that I was like, wow, I sound amazing, is Cold Cash Black. And once I got with him and, you know, actually somebody that know how to work, you know, settings and the voice and the mic and, you know, all at your levels, then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm sweet as fuck for real.
Hard.
Yeah.
What was like maybe your first record that you felt like brought you a certain like degree of notoriety, or you felt like you was really getting some motion behind?
I would probably say my first project that I put out here. It was called Trap Baby Season. I had Stretch Money on it. I had Mac Nichols on it.
Okay.
I can't remember, but I had a couple OGs and then Turbulence, RJ, that was my manager at the time. So we was just smacking Detroit from all angles. People was wondering like, who the fuck is this new girl and why the OGs want to do a song with her?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you build that relationship with them OGs? Was it just you know, just being out tapping in with them, just being a fan of the work? Did they tap in? Like, how did that go?
Yeah, so like I said, because I wasn't raised by my dad, I was back and forth. Like my grandma and my auntie, my grandma, she always lived in Vegas. So I would be back and forth. And when I would be gone to stay connected, I would listen to a lot of Detroit music. And I got favorites like from Mac. I got favorites from Stretch. I got favorites from Helluva, Mae West, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what I was on. Like when I would come back, all of a sudden Doughboy's popping and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I done missed out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm home really taking that in. Then I go back out of town and I'm just listening to what I remember from when I was there, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Come back, now it's Team Eastside. Like, damn, what the fuck?
So every time you bounce out and come back, it's new. It's a new group or a new person on the scene.
Yeah, and it kept going, but I'm like, okay, so I need to start paying attention to my own generation, like people my age rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with the OGs. I got a lot of game from listening to their shit, but I'm like, it's motherfuckers my age rapping. So, you know, just really paying attention.
For sure.
Cause I'm like Lil Wayne. I'm like Patrick. I'm under a rock. It's not that I don't care about your music, but I don't listen to people's shit. It's a couple people that I listen to, but it'll be like they oldest song. And they'll be like, bro, I got a new shit. I'm like, bro, but this the one for me.
The one for me. Yeah. No, for sure, for sure. So now in this phase that you in, right? As you can see, if you can, just hold the piece up real quick. Show the people one time on the side.
You know.
Y'all see that Ethica right there.
You know.
Talk a little bit about that connection. And also just where you at right now with the music. And the next question that I want to ask after that is if you was able to give a reason why you not through the roof, like completely where you want to be, what would that be? But first, talk about the etiquette situation. And we started, she's like, oh, you say situation, like that implies something wrong. But
no, because I was like, situation is a good one.
Yeah.
So honestly, this is how the process went. I was selling fake Ethica out here. Before my deal, this is years before I even knew Ethica had a label. This is like COVID time. You feel me? So I got a little everything online. So I got a little online boutique. I'm ordering shit off, you know, different little sites. At this point, it's not Shein, it's not Temu and shit like that. It's like Alibaba, AliExpress. You feel me? So I'm getting merch off there, slapping that shit on my trunk. Everybody, they was buying the little outfits that I was getting, but everybody wanted that Ethica. You feel me? So I kept ordering that. And then fast forward, I'm just scrolling on Instagram and I go, I don't know how I got there, but Snapdog was somewhere on their page or he posted something. It was like real quick, real low key. I'm like, what? They got a label. Snapdog, they artists. What the fuck going on? Snapdog is one of the first artists on Ethica from Detroit. So I wrote the label and I'm like, sign me. I'm Mahzi. And it took them maybe like a year and a half to write back. But the CEO wrote me, he like, if you got good music, we'll fly you out. And I'm like, I definitely got good music. You know what I'm saying? So I sent the info. They sent me a ticket. I went out there. You're supposed to do 1 or 2 songs and fly back. It's called like first sessions. I ended up doing 5. And a guy named Devin at the time, he called Matt and he like, you know, she can't go home tomorrow. You got to come meet her. And he came up there and it was a wrap from there. I got contract money, all that type of shit.
And now you can sell the original joints or, you know what I mean? You got the plug.
Now I'm just a city plug. Now I give it out. You know what I'm saying? For everybody who bought that fake shit, I'm redeeming myself with the real shit. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it was manifestation. Like I loved, even though like I said I was selling the fake shit, I was rocking it too. Like I always loved Ethica. So when I found out they had a label, it was kind of like, it was mind-boggling for me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this must mean something. That's just how I looked at it. I'm like, this must mean something. And it took a minute for them to hit me back, but they did.
Real talk, real talk.
Yeah.
And so, where you at right now? I know ultimately you're not getting in this just to be a regular artist. I assume that your aspirations is to be the littest, the hottest, the biggest. If you was to say maybe a few things that you personally may want to develop or may want, you know, to start doing, or something that's stopping you from being that, what would you say it is?
Probably myself. Like, nothing can really stop anybody but themselves. You know what I'm saying? The limit you put on yourself when you say can't or ain't gonna happen, or, you know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes that. I honestly, like I said, moving to Vegas has crossed me over into like a whole nother lane. So I'm out there doing EDM music. I'm out there doing house music. And that's opened a lot of doors. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like as long as I stay open to being creative and I don't let my creativity die, because a lot of people will let it die. They'll get the money and they'll forget how to be creative. They'll forget how to get to the center of themselves because there's so much extra shit going on. I know how to stay centered. You know what I'm saying? I know how to stay within me. So I feel like the only thing holding me back so far is me.
100.
Yeah.
100, 100.
But we own it though. I know that getting a deal is just the first thing. Like I wanted a deal. So yes, I jumped on it. I turned down 2 before that. But after that, I was like, you know what? Next deal I get, I'm signing that bitch. You feel me? And I'm happy I'm motherfucking branded.
Damn, straight up. Straight up.
Yeah, I
what's
fuck
up.
with them. That's family.
Real talk, real
Yeah.
talk. And even in speaking of that though, right? I'm just a curious person, so I just ask questions. I see the tattoo right here. Explain that tattoo for the people.
I will. Do you know Peter
Peter.
from the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay. So he got crucified, and this was after Jesus and all that, because he was still, moving in Jesus's way. And he's like, I'm not worthy to be crucified the same way as Jesus. Can you turn my cross upside down? So they did that, and they crucified him that way. So this cross means showing humility, like just saying, like, I'm not worthy.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
It's in the Bible.
All together, are you a tattoo type of person? Like just like hella tats?
I would say I have more than enough tattoos.
Yeah.
I was getting tattoos a lot during my depressed stage. Like when I just wanted to feel some pain. Yeah, because my depression was real up here. And I guess that's where depression is anyway. I don't know, but my mind was crazy. I felt like I was in prison in my own head. So sometimes I just needed to like feel, and I would just get tattoos for that reason. Like all my tattoos, besides this one, none of them really had meaning. It was just some therapy at that moment, so I just needed to feel something.
For sure. No, that's understandable. Like I hear that a lot. That's not, something foreign.
Yeah.
So you're not isolated in that aspect.
That's good to know, because I was thinking I was crazy at that time.
No, you're not isolated in that aspect. Do you feel like you've been able to maybe like heal from some of those things? And like, if you have, like, what's been your method of doing so?
I think grieving is a forever thing, because it's crazy that somebody who was real is now just a memory, and that's always going to be crazy. But I've definitely healed. I definitely know myself now. Like I said before, I didn't, so, and I don't think it's a method, just going through it. A lot of people scared to go through them emotions. A lot of people would rather just get drunk, get high every day. A lot of people can't sit with themselves. Like, I had to do that. And it felt good. Like, it's a process, but that's the only way to really get through it, is to go through it.
Yeah, no, I can attest to that too. I feel like as humans, we all go through those dark times. So that's a relatable thing for anybody that's keeping it 100.
Yeah.
And ultimately being by yourself, meaning being with your thoughts and not being afraid to listen to them. Hell, to even converse with them. You know what I mean? Within yourself. Ultimately, that is the only way to get over it. When I say conversing or sitting with your thoughts, I really believe that you talking to God. That's right within yourself. I believe in God, but I don't necessarily believe that it got to be this external thing. I believe it's all internal. That's why I believe your blessings come from here. And like you said, the depression comes from here.
Yeah.
So like when we look at the angel on one side and the devil on the other side, those are internal conflicts that we are constantly battling. And the more that we feed on the angel side, the devil side, the voice get lower and lower and lower and lower till all you hear and feel is the blessings and the goodness, to where even when negative stuff happens in your life, all you can do is still dwell on the positive parts and not the negative parts.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, good and bad, dark and light, I'm not gonna lie, I've got to a point where I know how to see good in everything. You know what I'm saying? I know how to see a positive in everything. So with me, like, I know my demons. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good with mine. So even if it get to that point where I feel like I'm getting tempted, I know how to calm that side of me down. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely a retired crash out. Yeah.
How to retire crash out.
Yeah, I definitely parked them shoes. I definitely parked all of that. You know what I'm saying? But it took growth. You know what I'm saying? In a snap, like it can get like that if it need to get like that. But overall, it's so much better to move righteous and move with grace. You know what I'm saying? And like try to really be what God wants you to be. You know what I'm saying? And people would be like, "Oh, your music say this, your music say that." I'm from where I'm from. You feel me? Problems arise every day. You know what I'm saying? I still got to know how to handle shit. Even though I'm growing, you know, even though I'm pushing godly shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to push peace for real. But like I said, life is life. You never know how shit gonna get.
100%.
But I'm not just like, you know, front page advocating for people to kill themselves and kill their neighbor, kill their brother. I really want everybody to love on each other. You know what I'm saying? They get to a better space.
Yeah.
So we can get that stigma off of us. You know what I'm saying? People think black people can't come together and kick it. And it be peaceful, and we can. So.
Real talk, real talk.
Yeah.
You know, what you saying that you was a retired crash out, or that you are a retired crash out, like, I'm curious to know, like, how did that work in relationships versus how is it working now in relationships, especially in a climate where I feel it's a lot of women versus men. It's a lot of not seeing eye to eye. So it's this whole idea of the submissive woman that is being pushed out, you know what I mean, in these social media conversations. Would you consider yourself a submissive woman?
I can submit. Have I ever submitted before? Yes. I've been single 6 years though, so I don't have to at the moment. But even in submission, that don't mean you become a weak person. You know what I'm saying? So a woman can be as submissive as she want to be, but she's still a boss in a relationship. And there are men who are so confident within themselves that they allow their woman to be the boss that she is. So I've had situations where niggas accepted the bossy, not bossy, just the boss in me. And then I've had some where niggas got jealous, niggas, you know, they felt less of theyself. And I'm like, bro, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, you know?
Right.
So it comes with the partner you pick, you know? And that's just for everybody. It's a somebody for everybody. I don't think I will ever have to just be like for a man.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm gonna find one that can accept everything.
That's what I was gonna ask you, not to put you on spot, but you know, it is an interview, so I gotta ask certain questions. Why you feel like you've been single for 6 years?
I want to be.
When you say you want to be, what you mean?
I want to
You can't want to be single.
I can though, because I truly believe, especially now living in Vegas, I truly believe that there's maybe like a 2% of faithful men, and I don't want to be cheated on. I don't even want to feel uncertain. I don't want to have to go through a nigga phone. I don't want to have to share locations. I want pure trust. I have not met anybody that I purely trust in 6 years.
That's interesting.
Nobody.
So do you believe that it's things that a woman can do to assure that he is, you know, faithful?
I mean,
Or that's just a man thing?
I'm gonna put it like this. I live in Vegas, and I have some sweet, beautiful souled homegirls that are hoes. Stumped down, you feel me? And they tell me all the stories. These is husbands, these is boyfriends, these is niggas that just told their wife they coming to the city real quick for a job. And they buying pussy. I don't want it.
You wouldn't be open to it like a polygamous situation?
I don't want to share. I don't want to share. I shouldn't have to share.
What you mean you shouldn't have to?
Why should a woman have to share her man?
All right, so let me say, and by the way, I'm not advocating. This is just for
Are you
entertainment
polygamous?
purposes. Huh? No, I'm not. I'm not.
You thinking about
I'm married.
Okay, period.
Yeah, like I'm married. You feel me? Me and my wife actually met like as kids. We was 14. You get what I'm saying? I've been through our ups and downs and all of that, but we still rocking children, all of that, right?
That's beautiful.
However, the conversation has been had. Not that we would, or not even that, but it's a strong part of me that believe, like, based off of like historically and nature, that men are supposed to have multiple women.
You want to know something? That's a lot of men's point, but they don't even exemplify these historical figures that had multiple wives.
What you mean? It's in the Bible. You just got through talking about Peter.
I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, but I feel like I am the Peter of my friend group. I am like Peter. His story in the Bible is a lot like me. You know what I'm saying? I act like Peter, so I feel like this tattoo is good for me. A lot of men be like, oh, this great king had 5 wives, and he not being a king in his household. So,
I see
you know what I'm saying? Don't compare apples to oranges.
So you saying first you gotta qualify yourself with one in order to be qualified for multiple.
I believe a man that wants more than one woman has low self-esteem.
What?
I could be wrong. Oh, this is gonna be so bad, but I do. Like marrying like more than one wife, like that polygamy shit. Yes, I feel like something lacking. That's just how I feel. I feel like something lacking.
What if it's something that's lacking from the woman that makes it to where,
right,
and not necessarily physical. So I look at it like this, right? Don't you know how they say it take a village? Like, I'm to the belief that at some point black people gonna have to be open to polygamy.
Why?
Polygamy was a medicine that was given to cultures.
So is weed.
Well, look though, right? Let me explain it, right?
Okay.
So polygamy was a medicine that was given to cultures where it was an imbalance on the man and the woman side. So in order to make sure that wives, you know, were secure and that they were still getting love, taken care of, you know what I mean, able to still feel love, they had to start, you know what I mean, being willing to share a man. When I look at the black community, like, y'all suffering because black men are losing their lives to jail you know, gang violence, all of that. No one else deals with the rate of death in the world than the black man in America. It's more women than it is. And then even now, you know what I mean? No disrespect to the LGBTQ community, but now you got to add that factor in with black men because they choosing, you know what I mean, that way of life. So
what we gonna ask the black men the question? Why? What is it with y'all?
What you mean? Clarify that, clean that question up a little bit.
When you say we have to add that, and you're saying a lot of them are choosing that path, it always seems like the blame come back to the woman. What do that have to do with us?
No. I'm not blaming, but I'm saying...
No, not this conversation right here. You putting blame, but that's what it be like. They be like, the black women encourage this, or the black women act like this, so they push.
Definitely encourage that.
Where did y'all get that from?
What you mean? Y'all gotta have a gay best friend.
I don't. I'm saying I don't currently have one.
Okay, so but all right, so have you ever been out with a gay man?
Yeah.
Like, you know, partying and stuff like that. And when he start doing gay stuff, you think about, have you?
I don't.
Not really.
I don't think I have.
That's fair. That's fair. Because everybody not like you, but for the most part,
I've been in clubs where there was gay people.
And when they get to going and doing their thing, what type of energy do you be having?
I don't let it bother me. But I know I'm not gonna say that I'm unaware of how it make people feel. I'm not gonna say that. Like there have been like I said, we went to a club on a Friday in Vegas and we thought it was just a regular that whole time. It's gay night, you know what I'm saying? So the niggas I'm with uncomfortable now. They don't want to be there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I know.
And so not to cut you off, but I'm saying from the perspective of like the black woman, not you, but the black woman overall gotta have a gay best friend. And when the gay best friend is in the club, oh bitch, do your thing. Like it's a geek up. It's more of a promotion than it is. You know what I mean? Like shame. And that's not me saying that. You know, because I don't want to get canceled. You feel me? So I'm not saying that women should or shouldn't, but just being realistic, like
how do black men handle it when that gay man is their brother or their best friend? Like how, you know what I'm saying? How, for the way that you would want us to handle it, are y'all handling it that way? Because he's still somebody's son, brother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He might have been somebody's best friend on the regular tip before he came out, because we finding out down the line niggas was gay back then. You know what I'm saying?
I think you still love your family, you know, regardless of what. You know what I mean? Like, I got people in my family, you know, and I don't treat them no different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still love. But I guess ultimately what I'm saying is, if you ain't family, you know what I mean? I'm not about to be in the club rooting you on, or you get what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that's what black women do. So just to kind of bring it all home, you feel me? I just feel like at some point y'all gonna have to consider that if y'all want love, because y'all sharing men anyway. You're not gonna tell me that in 6 years you ain't been dealing with nobody. Nah, you ain't gotta be in a relationship, but ultimately, I ain't gonna say it, but ultimately you still sharing to some type of degree. So I'm not saying why not, but being realistically, if that woman was open to it and she like, damn, no, I rock with Mahzi, like she good, you feel me? And you know, you got your children, you know, they might have a couple and she open to it. And it's two mothers in the household nurturing.
That's cute.
Everybody getting a bag. You feel me?
Listen,
running the bag up. You feel me?
For some people, it is a big beneficial situation. And I've literally, since I've been in Vegas, I've been approached by 3 couples that want me to be their girlfriend. I don't know why I give third, but I want to be somebody only.
See, and maybe you just looking at it wrong. Maybe you just looking at it wrong.
I got third on my motherfucking forehead because I don't get it.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. I don't want to share. I really want to give all of me to one person. I'm a lot. You know what I'm saying? I change my hair color almost every day. Like I'm more than one I got a lot going on up here. Like
Yeah.
they paid me a lot off my car accident because I got like a really bad closed head injury.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I could be whoever he
I
wants
understand that
me
too,
to
though.
be.
I understand that, and you being 100 and being real, you know, just from the position of, I know you wouldn't be able to handle multiple women because I need a certain degree of, you know what I mean, care and attention and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
And I would
get
rather
it.
just not have none at all than to share. I love
That's
being
bullshit,
single.
Mahzi. That's bullshit.
I'm telling you,
because that's bullshit. Because
How?
you getting some type of attention from somewhere. You not about to sit here and act like
I am queen of vibrators.
You not about to sit here and do that. It's not gonna happen. Like you said, do it look like it read third on my? Do it look like it say fooled on my head?
Nobody.
Nah, respect though.
That is so funny.
But no, that's dope though, and I would say continue to stand on that though, because it's gonna always be, no, for real though, it's gonna always be somebody out here that's solid and that work, you know what I mean, for you. That's just like me. I don't have them type of issues. Like I'm 100 with mine. You feel me? Like I don't have no type of scandals or no, like I done been hit on, I done been, you know what I mean, pursued, and the first thing I'm gonna come out the gate saying I'm married. So as long as you know going forward, you feel me, I put that out there. You get what I'm saying? I ain't try to play no mind games and act like it's something that it ain't. You feel me? And if it was something that I thought about, like, I'm gonna keep it real with my wife. 9 times out of 10, she gonna be like, "Yeah, you tripping." You know what I mean?
But I mean, that's good that you could keep it real with her. Like, I think that's what makes a real man. Like when you able to say how you feeling. You know what I'm saying? You give her the opportunity to decide what she want to do with that information.
Yeah.
It might go somewhere. It might not.
Yeah.
But put it on the flow.
100.
Yeah, I like that.
2025. A lot of things in store. Tell the people what you got coming up, what you working on right now, just the whole nine. Let them know right now.
New rap project coming out. It's called Detroit Free Press. I'm giving out some free press to everybody who need it. Yeah, I'm just back in my rap bag. Like I'm just turning up, getting a lot more active. You know, Ethica is a sports, you know, lifestyle brand, but for the active shit. So I'm in the gym heavy. I'm getting real healthy, cutting back on liquor. Switching over to cones, cutting back on grab a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's
Health
up.
is wealth, you know what I'm saying? You can have what you want, but you can't enjoy it if your body ain't where, you know, your insides ain't how they need to be.
Real talk, real
Green
talk.
juice and all that.
And you can make that money, but you know, you wanna make sure you making it for a long time and enjoy it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Enjoy it, yeah.
100. Well, it definitely was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I'm gonna put this on camera. Hopefully I get that follow. You feel me? From the biggest.
Don't do that.
From the biggest.
Locked in and clocked that motherfucking teeth.
Much gratitude to you. I definitely appreciated this conversation. I appreciate you, you know what I mean, being open, keeping it 100, man.
Only.
Until next time, Mahzi, the Foreign Magazine, Pulse of the Culture. Let's get it.
Period.